So everybody's talking about the minimum wage. I wanted to do my own research, see what I could find. Minimum wage was created in 1938 by FDR as part of the Fair Labor Standards Act, okay, FLSA. And it continued to increase pretty consistently. If you go down, let's see, despite Roosevelt's intentions, though, the minimum wage did not continue to be a means of guaranteeing an economic floor for wage workers. And I remember this was created right after the Great Depression. At the time, the actual poverty line was determined by multiplying estimated food costs by 3. At its high point, the federal minimum wage could support a family of 3 above the poverty line, but by the 1980s, it could not even support a family of 2. From January of 81 to April of 90, the federal minimum wage did not increase at all. In fact, in these 9 years, the real value of the minimum wage adjusted to $2012, which is when this article was written, decreased from $8.29 to $6.66. Surprisingly, though, poverty declined during this period. The number of people living under the poverty line during the 80s peaked in 83 when the minimum wage was worth approximately $7.59 in 2012 dollars. Why didn't poverty increase? It was because poverty is more than a measure of hourly wages. It involves a variety of factors, including federal assistance in the form of food stamps, welfare, inflation, and the unemployment rate. Okay, so there are more things to consider than just the hourly rate. But I did my own research and some math and found that this is where we should be, okay? So when minimum wage was created in 1938, it was 25 cents. That's where it started. All right, it increased in 1939 to 30 cents. That's an increase of 20% after just 1 year. 1945, 40 cents, an increase of 30% after 6 years. Then you go 5 years to 1950 at 75 cents, which is an increase of a whopping 87.5%. And it increases consistently. Sometimes 1 year, sometimes 2, sometimes 4, 5, 6. It never goes longer than 6 years without an increase, okay? So 1981, we had our 14th increase since its inception, $3.35, which is an increase of 8% after 1 year from 1980. All right, so 42 years and 14 increases on an average of every 3 years, the minimum wage increase since it was created. 1981, $3.35. Then 9 years go by with no increase. The increase should have landed at $4.19 in 1990, but it didn't. Instead, it went to $3.80, an increase of 13.4% after 9 years. All right. In 91, it increased again in 96 and 97. And then 10 years go by. 97, it was $5.15, an increase of 8.4% after just 1 year from before the 96 increase. So $5.15 is where we are until 2007. And then in 2007, they only increased it to $5.85, just 13.6% increase after 10 years. Now, at this time, we should have been at $7.35. So we're $1.50 at this point from where we should be in 2007. Okay. 2008, we see an increase of 12% after just 1 year, up to $6.55. 2009, $7.25, an increase of 10.7% after 1 year. George Bush Sr. increased it twice. Clinton increased it twice. George Bush increased it twice. Obama increased it one time. Trump did not increase it. Every 5.7 years on average. So still not a bad average. Now we've gone the longest ever at 12 years without an increase in minimum wage. Inflation is roughly an average of 2.8% each year. Okay, so with 82 years of the existence of the federal minimum wage, when you consider inflation, average rates of rent, public transportation, milk, bread, and gas, unemployment rates, and poverty rates, plus the trend of minimum wage since its inception, in 2021, the federal minimum wage should be $10.09, which means we need an increase of $2.84 for minimum wage workers and therefore all hourly employees across the board. That amount keeps us consistent with the trend established since the inception of the minimum wage without destroying businesses or greatly inflating the cost of goods. So 2021, where we should be, is $10.09. Not $15, but definitely not $7.25.